Today I am celebrating Ernest Ranglin, who is a name that probably not many people are familiar with, but for me he's a vital inclusion in this list of 365 days of festivals, of things to celebrate, and for me he is someone worth celebrating. Because Ernest Ranglin has a certain way about him that has obviously made him vital to some incredible happenings in the course of music history. So he was the session guitarist that used to work with Studio One and then became the musical director for the bands that played there. And you know, if you're dealing with a reggae studio that wants to make money and needs to get recordings happening, and you're dealing with a load of rastas, basically a load of stoners that are going to want to get high and probably do as little as possible, to get people in a state of mind to be playing and recording and getting a good sound and getting everybody together must be a thing in itself. And he's seems to be a very quiet, understated gentleman. It'd be very interesting to see what he'd be like amongst musicians, one can only imagine. But in later years, he began to tour with different bands and did one in particular around about the time of an album called In Search of the Lost Rhythm. And he took out on tour with him these incredible West African musicians, largely from Gambia and Senegal and Ghana. And there was a talking drum player who I swear was a witch doctor. Like he looked like something out of James Bond with the full African robe, like a big tunic, but then with the highly polished shoes and suit underneath, like a normal Western suit, and with this look in his eye that just had the sense of an initiated person. There was a look about him that was just impossible for me to fathom, and the ability to truly speak through that drum. So there was him, plus these, oh my God, the Sek family, the incredible players of percussion that would do these unbelievable polyrhythms that were hypnotic and funky as anything. And then this was all kind of entwined around Ernest Ranglin's beautiful guitar playing and drum kits and female singers like rocking. It was a tribe of musicians on stage, and yet Ernest Ranglin just seemed to be there, just with this very sweet smile, just bringing people together. If he was leading, it was so effortless in the way that he did it. I think what I got from him is that he's someone that just creates the simplicity in the space for everybody's light to shine, leading by almost disappearing, by just kind of taking such a big step back that people can't help but be exposed for the beauty that they bring, for their own unique style and talent. Like, listen to this genius, then listen to this genius, and then listen to this genius, and everyone getting to play their part. So today I want to celebrate Ernest Ranglin.